broadcast on YouTube. Do you, by the way, when you walk in nature, do you collect like leaves? Because now the leaves are very colorful, like different colors, and sometimes I collect them and make, not make, but in a way, you come home and you sort them or just lay them around, and then the picture is coming, and it's such a beautiful creation of colors from those leaves and branches, and beautiful. Like a couple of days ago, because we cannot do much because of the, how do you say, situation at the moment. So if there's an option, so I take a walk, few steps, and if I have a bit of like air time, so I notice how beautiful the leaves, and I brought few leaves at home, and then you arrange them, and then you have a beautiful, I don't know, picture from leaves and branches. It really makes me happy. So I wanted to share this with you. Jill, do you have any question that you would like to ask about anything, about any topic that interests you, that you are reading and you are wondering about, or you experience something? Is there something on your mind? Ellen is here. Sound is good. Good to see you here, Ellen. Good to see you here. Here's Yanis. Good evening, Yanis. We are very happy that you're here. Yes, Yanis. Yes, Jill. We can hear you.
Okay.
Would you like to say something? We are listening.
Can you hear me?
Now we can. Now we can.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay. Um, no, I just said that I had been going over my notes from a few years, and I remember coming across a
Yes.
note that said that if you believe that you're your body, then you're in exile. And so that's kind of where I've been at for a while, just um, thinking about that statement.
Yes. Yes. Whenever. Yes. In the there's a beautiful saying that the body is not really existing, meaning there's from another perspective, but it's the same idea, because the body has not any existence of its own. So in a way, focusing on the body or relate to it like it's a absolute reality, in a way, is a mistake. Or like you were mentioning, this is like to live in exile. Yes, to live in the manifestation as an absolute. So this is like an exile. This is in the book of Esther. He says that the soul, in a way, this is what happens to the baby when he's being born. Yes, he cries when he appears here, and then in the manifestation, in the exile, in a way, the temple. You understanding? Yes, yes, Jill, more and more. Yes, yes. Because what the soul has to do with what is happening here. This is why there's yes, Jill? The soul, in a way, it's not it's not her free choice. We were mentioning this several times. For some people it's hard to accept, or it is impossible to accept that we don't have really free choice. So it starts already with before the conceivement, yes, that the soul is being recalled, so to speak, and there's some kind of a conversation. The lore, the midrash brings this conversation that the holy blessed he calls the soul and says to this verse, yes, from Song of Songs, Songs of Solomon, Iti milvanon kala, Iti milvanon kala, with me from Lebanon, my bride, because the soul is the bride of the holy blessed he. And he says to the soul, with me from Lebanon, my bride. You will descend to the manifestation with me. You will go to the exile with me. You will go to the body with me. The soul, good morning, Cindy. The soul does not want to leave the source or to seemingly to be separated. Let's say seemingly, because I have to open this more and more. The soul does not want to, because there is no limitation there in the noumenon, in the source. But she is called to serve. And it's not a free choice. And none of us has a free choice, regardless if we accept it or not. This is how it is. So the soul is being called. And Boker Tov, Cindy, Shabbat Shalom. And the soul is have this conversation when she is promised that she will not descend alone to this world, to the manifestation, but with the Holy Blessed He, with the source. And the more, and then there's a conceivement. In a way, the woman is conceived. And the more the fetus grows in the womb, and slowly the organs are, developing or growing, until the moment of birth, there is more and more concealment on the soul. I mean, the soul in a way is, how shall I say this, is concised inside, while the body of the baby, the fetus, is growing in the womb until the moment of birth, when the baby goes out from the womb and the first cry goes from its mouth, and then there is a completely being in exile. Yes, being in time and space, this is an exile. Shabbat Shalom, Abigail. We are very happy to see you. And this moment, Weinreb describes in his book that comes an angel and touches the lip in the middle of the baby. I mean, angel comes and touches the baby's lip, upper lip in the middle. And at this moment, the baby forgets the previous existence of the soul, the unlimited life of the soul. The baby forgets it and cries here. And this is in a way the seal of truth, that the baby is already in the manifestation or in exile. Yes? So whatever happens to us, and it is interesting because the baby is being born, let's say this is, call it 0.0, yes? While the baby usually is about 2 years old, any baby, 2.5 years old, there's already activity of the brain. Comes a narration, the baby, it doesn't matter which baby, where is he or she being born, there's already narration, there's a father, there's a mother, he has a name, few words, starts the narration of this baby. This is what will be the first start of his life. This is, we could call it the crystallization of the ego at the 2.5 years. And of course, this comes with the narration. Who's the father? Who's the mother? Who's the granny? Where do we live? The first words. And this is it. And the baby will grow. He will grow to be a child, but this story, the narration, the story of, so to speak, of who I am, will continue. Yes? So what we learn, we are trying to remember that we are not really from the manifestation, that the body which appears in time and space is only a manifestation. This is not a real thing. What emanates or yes, this body is the soul or the source. Depends of how we call it. So sometimes we experience, it's not we, but the body, the human body, doesn't matter in which stage. There's, through the body, many things are happening. Good morning, Fernando. We are very happy to see you here. So the human body might experience all kinds of changes, sometimes pain, sometimes somebody breaks a leg or there's a cast, whatever, yes? And we tend to translate it or to interpret it. The brain does. The brain does what the brain does, and it likes always to show us, the soul, that there is a pain. Once there is a pain, it means that there is a body that senses the pain, and this is the ultimate truth. This is the narration that the brain likes to introduce to us, that we are incapable because there's tooth pain or ear pain at the moment or whatever, and we are doomed and gloom. This is the narration of the brain. We were discussing this before. It's like a spider web. It is mechanical activity, technical, mechanical activity. This is what it does. But this is not who we are. This is not who we are. It's quite simple. This is just was to, in relation to what Jill said, that the more time passes, you understand why the life of the body is considered to be a life in exile. Because there is a limitation. The body, anybody, can experience the limitation. We cannot run 100 kilometers per hour. We may walk, or sometimes part of us can run for a while, but not all the time and not in the speed. We cannot see 400 kilometers ahead. The human body has its own limitation. Therefore, it's considered to be in an exile. Because before the manifestation, there isn't any border. It is infinite. Nothing terms the border, yes, of this consciousness. So this was a little, how shall I say, opening about the soul. Yes, the soul, we don't have a free choice. This is why the soul is being, in a way, how shall I say, the Holy Blessed He in the Midrash calls the soul and informs her that you will descend, yes, to this body. Yes, and of course the soul refuses. It doesn't matter which body, which parents, in which century. It doesn't matter which language, yes. The soul, by all means, refuses to disconnect from the infinite. But there's a conversation and there's a promise. And the Holy Blessed promised the soul that you shall not descend on your own or by yourself or alone, but you are descending with me. I'm escorting you, yes, in this journey. This is the promise. And the promise is in the book of Solomon, or Songs of Solomon. Iti milvanon kala. With me from Lebanon, my bride, or bride, because the soul is bride. It is white. It has all the promises, the blessing in it, and so. If you have any other questions or thoughts on your mind, or things that you would like to share, please feel free. Everything is Adi is here. Shalom, Fernando is here. Shabbat Shalom, Ellen on YouTube. So please feel free to ask questions, to share whatever comes. And what is relieving in a way is that we don't have a free choice, because the wandering yes, or the troubles that we have, is that the narration of the brain that always suggests us, like the serpent, it could be different, it could be better, you could have a better choice 1 day ago, 2 days ago, yes? And then starts the, how shall I say, like in commerce, like when people make this negotiation, you could do this, you could better, nothing could be different because everything already had been done. We are just, in a way, breathing every moment to experience the new life, but everything already had been decided. We just don't know the script. I would like to explain this. When you are a director, yes, and you want to make a good movie, and you have already the script, and you even cast, or there is a cast of very good actors, really, each one in his field or her field, they're very good actors. In order that the scene or the movie would be believable, what you do is you take the, how do you say, the actors, and you give them the text of this scene without telling them what will happen next. And what they see in front of their eyes is only the lines of the scene. If it's a street, if it's in a room, living room, if it's winter. So they can only play the moment because they don't know what will be in the next page. None of them. The director knows, but not the good actors. And what makes the acting is so convincing and real, and we believe it. When we good movie, we believe what we see, is that they don't know what will happen next. Meaning they experience this moment fully in its own completeness as it is. This is what makes the acting so convincing. Lately also people are using 360. Yes, camera that you can in a way film or show the moment like in a circle way from all directions. And we don't see ourselves, yes, and actors, we don't. But this is also what happens. There's a script, there's a moment, and there's an act. And we don't know. Yes, and what happens is what happens. And we should not think that we are good or we are worse, we are talented or not talented, because anyways, it is coming through us. Yes, everything comes. Life is being animated by the soul through those bodies. So all the unrest that sometimes we can experience, I should have done better, I should have done different, for itself does not really exist. This is just a storm or a spin that the brain makes. This is a mechanical, technical happening. It is always there. But don't drink this alcohol. This is a advice. Yes, because always there is a thing, I should have been act different, I should have been, no, should. The moment provides the happening. Again, the moment provides the happening. Remember this conversation in the burning bush? I shall be that I shall be, because Moses asked, What shall I tell them? Who sent me to tell them that we are leaving Egypt? Eheye asher eheye, I shall be that I shall be, meaning the moment will provide. We tend to think about ourselves as, let's say, a name, he or she, life, address, friends, family members, and so, something like that. We don't tend to see ourselves as constant creation, or that constant creation is happening through us. We tend to narrate our lives, to border them, to tell there is a start here, there its end, and there are limitations. And here, and this is in a way the blessing of going out of Egypt, or from the self-narration or the bondage of self. I shall be that I shall be. The moment will provide. And sometimes we raise a voice, and sometimes we laugh. Yes, but there is no, how shall I say, shackles, meaning there is no identity. We don't identify, yes, with laughter or with sadness. Those are moments that are coming through us. But we cannot nail, because what the narration does, it says to us inside, hey, yesterday you were laughing, it was cool, and today you're a bit inside of yourself, you don't speak that much, so you might be moody also. This is not true, because the brain always suggests us, yes, what? Division and judgment, and always the inner conversation goes, you should have laughed, you should not express, let's say, discontent. You should always be agreeable. But what we learn is that those moments are coming through us. And sometimes we can express happiness, or sometimes there's like sadness coming through, but it's not who we are. This is not our identity. Why? Because we are nothing. This is the quality of the soul. It's nothing. All the rest just appears. Yes? In these heavens. The stars, the moon, it is just nothing. So of course, okay, yes, Cindy. Eheye, eheye, he, eheye, eheye, asher, that, eheye, eheye. Eheye asher eheye. There is no limitation. Again, we have this tendency, the brain has this tendency to lock us to one thing. You're just like, you're a great dude if you smile, you're great dude if you laugh, but you're bad if you express, let's say, discontent or anger or whatever. Yes? But we, it's funny, we are nothing. There's all the time emanation. It's like we are like screen. Yes? Sometimes on the screen there's night. Sometimes on the screen there's day. Sometimes on the screen there's autumn. Sometimes on the screen there's spring. But none of this is who we are. Yes? Also those moments of happiness or sadness or pain, this is not the definition of who we are. Because all those things are just appearances. It's like colors on a page. It's just an appearance. The page is white or nothing, call it. The screen is just emptiness. So, and a lot of sorrow comes from the brain suggesting us this narration. Hey, yesterday you did not speak nicely to this dude. The neighbors told you hello and you did not hear because you were running in the rain. You were a bad guy or whatever. Does not, whatever the moment provides, this is the divine script. But we are not aware of that. And the brain will always reject the happening, the being. Yes, because the being is one. The brain is already two. Yes, so the brain, the duality would always reject the being, the one. Yes, and this is why there's all the time in a dialogue, you're not good, you could have been better, etc., etc., etc. Yes, Yanis, when there is a pain or when the body is unwell, what is actually happening? An appearance. There is appearance, yes. There is appearance. Yes, there was hard summer here. Many things happened in the manifestation, and let's not go into details. And yes, this is just an appearance, and after a while, it is moving on. Yes, but not take it because we tend to translate what is happening. It is only happening to me, regardless of who me is at the moment. This is only happening to me, to this body. This is how it works for all of us. This is only thing which is happening to me. And here starts a separation. There's the me and the world. Yes? But it's not really like that. What is happening to all of us. Yes, this is one universe. So there is appearance of a pain or discomfort. Yes, this is what there is at the moment in the air. We, the brain, will always tell us, this is what is happening to me. And once the brain offers us this sentence, this is what happens to me, Paul, Peter, Mary, then starts a war inside. Because Peter, Paul, or Mary will say, this is what happened to me. Only to me this is happening. And the world, the rest of the world, experience happiness and laughs and whatever, and it happens to me. So immediately there's a war or antagonism between Peter, Paul, Mary, me, and the world. Because I'm in pain, I'm suffering. The body, which is, let's say, resonates with Paul or Mary. Yes? But this is not so. This is not so. In case of discomfort of the body or a pain of the body. So there is a pain, there is appearance of a pain, there is appearance of discomfort, tooth pain, ear pain, whatever. So if you can take a pill, whatever, it just don't pay too much attention. Yes, interest and attention to this pain, to discomfort. Most of the times those things will move. Yes, but the narration, the selfing, if there's something that the selfing likes, is to attach to pain. Yes? And this is what defines the body, because who can feel the pain if not the body? If this is not a selfing, I don't know what selfing is. Of course the brain likes the pain. Because what can feel the pain? The air. The body can feel the pain. So if you feel the pain, This is who you are. Of course not. But this is the serpent conversation. You shall be like God. If you feel something, it means this is the absolute. Those are things are coming and going. Any questions or thoughts or things to share on your mind, please feel free. And we are not limited. The expression of the soul through us is not limited. We might laugh, we might raise our voice, we might be friendly, we might be upset, but none of those phenomenon is who we are. This is why we should not, in a way, attach to those appearances of the behavior, because we are not initiating. This is quite simple. We are not initiating those moments. They are moving through us, and there is no need to judge those appearances. They are coming from the source through us, and there's no need to judge. Yes? Once there's judgment, there is what? It's like the book of Ruth. When there's a judgment, Vayhi, Bimei Shvot HaShoftim, in the times that the judges were judging, and there's a famine, and the being is moving. Yes? That once the judgment starts, the being in a way is cancelled, and we're in exile. Yes, I mean, the pain for itself, it is something that you can negate. Yes? The pain, where the pain is felt. Where is the field? You can ask yourself, where is the field which the pain is being felt? Where? Where? In the body. Does the body has an existence of its own? Of course not. So not the pain is really not the body, so why pay attention to it? Not two, non-duality. The pain can be felt only in the body. Please pay attention to this marriage, a Catholic marriage. The thoughts, Shlomo, is a body. Something that you have to take into consideration. Yes, the thought is a body. Yes. We don't speak about the mind. Yes, this is something different. Yes, a mochin, this is something else. The thought is a body. Like we say, the body of work. Yes, the thought is a body. What is a Catholic marriage? The pain in the body. This you cannot separate them. This is what it is. Yes? Where can you feel pain if not in the body? Can you feel somebody's, let's say there is a man in Alaska at the moment. Take this exercise. Yes? There's a man in Alaska, he has a pain in his leg. Who can feel the pain? The body that lives there in Alaska. Ask, do you feel it? No, none of us can feel at the moment, because, who can feel the pain? The body. You cannot speak about pain for itself. The thought is a body. Yes? Whenever you think that you're thinking, Shlomo, whenever you think that you are thinking, there's a body. Yes? What is a body? A matter. a matter, something physical. Yes, yes, it's a matter. Black matter, black matter. That what? That comes between you and the infinite. This black matter defines you and tells you that this is who you are. This is it. Yanis, any questions? Jill, Fernando, Cindy, friends, Adi, Abigail, friends on YouTube, questions? Yes, I see here, Adi, a question on YouTube, soul and body. A soul and body, soul and Holy Spirit is... There's like, you ask about the soul. According to the Hebrew, there is, in a way, different levels. Yes, different levels. And the soul, neshama, is something that hovers, let's say, above the head. And the spirit is in the heart. This is the Vav, the spirit. The spirit is in the heart. The soul level is a bit higher agency. Yes, like intuition or so. So there is a bit of a difference. We cannot control pain. We can just shift the attention from the pain. This is not the main thing. Control, we can't control anything, not just pain. Nothing we can control. Everything is illusion. It's a very good question, Adi. Regarding control, we have no control whatsoever. I repeat, we have no control whatsoever. No, Sydney, I was mentioning this like in a symbolical way. Yes, symbolical way. Pop. Yes, yes. You try, if people have headache or something, it's too hot, they take a pill to reduce not control, but to reduce the pressure. But what can we do? Yes, Jill, are thoughts creating its own pain and sickness at time? Thoughts is like a body, yes, so yes, too much matter is a pressure. Yes, too much thinking is a pressure. It's pressure. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Too much thinking is pressure, Jill, and it's the best is not to think because thinking is something that happens mechanically. You stand in front of the door and you have a key. It's before you notice any agency, you will take the key and you'll open the door. It's something that happens mechanically. It is very fast. So our thoughts are not needed. You prepare cut a salad or prepare a salad for. There's no thinking required. Or you bake bread. I noticed yesterday, like, how do you say, I don't know how to use the verb in English when you put how do you say, dough together. In Hebrew, this is lalush. Lalush. Yes, this is what Sarah did when Abraham asked her to make to offer the guest. Lalush is to put the, I don't have the English word, the flour and the water together. Yes. So once you need the thank you, Shlomo, the flour, the action of the hand is doing it. You bind all of things together. You don't think this is just, and or like to sort the leaves that I mentioned before, Jill, that I was going the other day, and the trees are giving their leaves rest, and I was collecting red leaves and amber leaves and yellow leaves, and I brought those leaves home and I just laid them on the table like the French, like some kind of French table. So I ordered them or lay them down and not thinking. And this is, you do things, or you make a necklace with beads, yes, and not much thinking is needed, and it's quite relief. There is no, in a way, need to think, because at the moment, once there's like a moment of action or activity, everything is happening naturally from the source through us, so we don't need to prepare strategies. Yes. There is no need, it's just a load. This is a mental load. Overthinking or thinking is overload. We don't need it. I will send a picture. Yes. Course of Miracles, great. Yes, Course of Miracle. Yes, you see, so you like to crochet for the season or for a reason, for the season or for the reason, yes, you like to crochet. So sometimes I also sit with beads or with leaves or with guitar or whatever. So, or take care of things at the house like plants, support the plants or so. Sort what is needed to sort, but and then there's also happening, I'm not doing anything, it just happens, but don't occupy yourself, because this over-occupation with the brain, it is just creating heat, yes, acceleration of the heart, of the blood, it's a loss of pressure, and we don't need it, really don't. So it's quite simple. Anyways, and this is a beautiful message, that the moment is providing, or the moment in the future will provide what is needed for the moment. We don't need to worry about where to get what, yes, and so on. There is no need to worry about those things. The one thing we don't really capture or agree, but this is also what the sages mentions in the book all the time, that everything in a way is being prepared. The script of our lives is prepared. We just don't know what will happen in the next moment. But there's a book or a script which is prepared, and nothing is lacking, and nothing is wrong, and everything as it is. So there is no need to go or to walk in the world with a sense of heavy load on the shoulder and heavy load on the mind, or trouble, or what will I do, or what I will not do. There isn't any need. We were mentioning this beautiful lore of Magid Midovna, because the body is like the elevator boy, always demands a fee, and I'm worried about you, and I will provide you strategy, and I will carrying your suitcase. Not everything is being taken care of. Everything. Before we were born here, before we appeared here, everything is already being taken care of. So there is no need to worry about anything. And the manifestation can be any manifestation in the private life or in the, let's say, politics, whatever it will be bringing. It doesn't matter. Everything is being taken care of, so there is no need to worry. There is no need. Yes, Abigail? Everything is being, we don't take it into consideration, just the pure air outside. Inside it we are inhaling this merge of oxygen, the trees, those immense connected systems. None of those systems man created in his own hands. No limited brain in space and time can produce a tree, a bird, a bee, a dolphin. Planets, gravity, snow, rivers. None, all of these. So why to worry about? Why? Yes, Fernando, may not create a mosquito. Yes, take all the scientists in the world, the best of them, put them in a laboratory. They cannot create a mosquito, this little thing. They can't. Just can't. So all the rest is just an illusion. Maybe can read the course, the course of miracle, because most of what we do is illusioning. In a way, the process of thinking in us creates illusion, and we believe those illusions, and we take them to be truth and the ultimate truth. But it ain't so. It is very simple. Only when, in a way, we just chill, you sit on a chair, you look at the window, or you see the tree outside, and you notice that none of these we make, or it's in our charge, the trees, the bird. And this is amazing. But the brain will always delude it. Will always delude us in a way, and will try to tell us some kind of a story that we are great, whatever. There is a great relief in all of this, because we're not in charge. Whatever needs to come through us will come through us, or nature, or what life will provide in the moment, and everything is just excellent. Enjoy. We are not, in a way, the driver of this car. We are not. We are not. It's a beautiful journey. Yes, life. Life is a beautiful journey. But we are not the driver of this life. And this is beautiful. This is quite beautiful because children, why are they happy? They live in the moment. They don't worry about who will provide. They have the room, or they go outside with the bicycles. They're free. Yes? This is why people like children, to have children around. They don't have worries, but also us. Why worry? We did not create the world, the universe, the scripts, humans, animals, the tides, the weather. If you really want to look at it, how can we be in charge of anything? How? 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 And with this beautiful message, I encourage you to really, just to notice that we are nothing, and what comes is really a bless, and we don't need to push the script. What do I need to do today? If I will not move this car from left or right, who am I? Everything will come through us anyway. So why to push? It will come. Yes, this is the meaning of the Shabbat. Yes, everything is perfect. Yes, everything is coming. And I would like to thank each and every one of you. Yes, Adi. I would like to thank each and every one of you for participating, for being here with us. I would like to wish you a very good week, beautiful season, beautiful months, and see you here soon on Monday. Toda and Shabbat Shalom.